Hey folks, hey, what's going on? Hey, this is Wesley, Billion Dollar Virgin here. I know it's late here, but I got a few emails and a couple of people said, Wesley, can you tell me a list of books that I need to read? Okay, and a lot of people, some people don't like reading, and some people just want the nuts and bolts from the book. So I said, you know what? I've read over 2,000 books in the past 7 years that relates to self-help, as it relates to self-development, as it relates to making money, as it relates to psychology as well. So, and what I want to do is this: for the next couple of weeks or months, I want to pull the most important information. What's up, Skyrim? What's up, B? The most powerful information that I found in these books that can be very applicable to what you can use today to design a better life fast, okay, quickly. It's one thing to read a book and not to apply it. It's one thing to read a book and not understand it. So what I want to do is I want to take the most profound books that I've used, in my opinion, that's helped me grow into this multi-millionaire, this very successful, positive person, this very admirable person that I'm very humble about, to create this level of success here. I'm really excited here today because my children are here, my boys are here, and we're getting ready to go to Miami, which is called Billionaires Row. That is it's a very, very excluded, very high price island, which some of the most significant, most powerful people in the world, we got invited, and we're going to stay out there for a week. So what I want to do is I want to share with this book here. This book is very special to me because, let me tell you why. This was the first book that I read when I was in Afghanistan, before I even decided that reading books would be even something I wanted to do. I don't know about you, but I didn't like reading books, okay? I hated it because I used to fall asleep. Can someone say amen to that? I used to fall asleep reading books, It was the best way to go to sleep. When Mama said, go read a book, I said, okay, Mom, it's time to go to sleep, huh? Because books were boring for me, okay? I didn't understand the power that were in books. But over the years, I've really understood the power of reading these type of books. But what I want to do is I want to give you a book review, and I want you to take out a sheet of paper and a pen. And understand this, folks. I learned this a long time ago from a mentor, unofficially, that whenever someone is speaking to you that is making more money than you, you want to definitely have a pen and pencil. Like, why? Because even in this video right now with me, you can have a breakthrough. Okay? Even right now, I know it's 1:36 in the morning, and this video is going to be all over the internet, on YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, wherever you're watching this. But this video here, I may say something, you may hear something that caused you to make a major breakthrough financially in your life. Because I know some people, what's up, Anna Marie, how are you? Zero, how are you? And guys, if you don't mind, share this out, because I want people that are not rich yet, that are not successful yet, but they're striving for excellence, to hear this video. If they still up, and this is the reason why I do these videos at night, because I only want to speak to the people that believe that they can't afford to go to sleep right now. Because why? Their family is more important. Like, my family, my legacy that I'm building for them is more important than me sleeping right now. I can sleep later, okay? Or better yet, I can sleep when I die. So I want all of you to take out a sheet of paper and a pen. And I want you to write down these 17 wealth principles, okay? There's 17 of these. And I want you to write these down, study them, and I want you to apply them, okay? Why? Because they were very transformational in my life. And I think it'll do the same thing for you. But I want to give you the nuts and bolts of this book, okay? It's a huge book here, but I feel that there's certain things that really stood out in this book that allowed Wesley, billion-dollar virgin, to make millions of dollars, travel the world, be able to be excited and enthusiastic even through problems, to be able to be a stoic, right? To be very unmoved, or be able to endure pain and struggle with a very enthusiastic type of attitude here. What's up, Alec? How are you? Okay, here we go. Let's go. If you can hear me, just put let's go and go ahead and share this, please. I mean, I really want you to share this because people like yourself need to hear this. I'm not a selfish person. That's why I'm very transparent in these videos. This is why I'm not charging you any money for these videos, because I believe in giving. I believe in making a contribution, and I want you right now to share and make a contribution to someone else's life. It takes 2 seconds to do it. Do that for me before I get started, okay? And while I'm giving these principles to you, I want someone to write it down in the chat, because as people start to pile in here, because trust me, it's going to fill up here tonight in this live interaction with me. I want everybody to see what we're talking about here, okay? All right, here we go. What's up, Tanika? How are you? Samira, Alexia, wow. Let's go, let's go. Let's go. No sleep, baby. No sleep, okay? We're all millionaires here. All right, now check this out. The first principle is this, okay? Rich people believe I create my life. Poor people believe life happens to me, okay? Let me say that one more time. Now, I want you to understand this, and I'm glad it's dark right now, and I hope that you're in a room by yourself and the doors are shut and you don't have anybody bothering you. Rich people, we believe this. Like, I'm rich. I'm a multimillionaire. I say that humbly. I believe I really do create my life, okay? Before I start my day, the day has already been created in my mind. I think about what I want to do, how I want to do, who I'm going to meet, how I'm going to feel before I leave my bed. Now, poor people, unfortunately, they believe that life happens to them, right? They believe if life happens to you, that means you have no control over your life, which means that you're a victim. If you're a victim, that means that you can't do anything to make any changes in your life. Does that make sense? That's how poor people are. Poor people believe that things just happen to them and they don't even know why it's happening. Why did this happen to me? Why did I lose my job? Why did he cheat on me? Why did I have a flat tire? Why is my car always breaking down? Why did I lose this money? Why did I get into that deal? Why did I get into this business? Why did I get with this person? Why? It's always this why question, as if they don't understand that they created that, okay? So rich people, we just believe that we create our life, which means is whether something is positive or negative in our life, in our control or outside of our control, we still feel that we take full responsibility of everything, okay? Because on some unconscious level, even though a situation happens to us, we believe that it's something that we have done or thought about that created the situation, okay? Am I making sense, okay? Stop me if I'm not. And guys, feel free to ask questions as we move forward here. Let's go. Rich people, this is number 2. Somebody write this down for me, please. Rich people play the game to win. Poor people play the game to lose, okay? So let me give an example. You know, rich people, we really believe that, like, if I invest my money, like I have a program by the name of Unrevealed Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. Then I have a private group where I train people called the Millionaires in Training to become rich, basically. I just train you and your mindset to make millions of dollars, okay? Now, rich people, when we invest our money, we're already thinking that this is it. This is the program. We're going to make millions. I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to quit my job. Everything's going to be perfect. Mama's going to be happy. Daddy's going to be happy. Kids going to be happy based off the investment that I made here today, okay? That's what rich people do. Poor people, unfortunately, they play it to lose. I mean, they say, well, I hope this is not a scam. I hope this guy Wesley is not trying to take my money. I hope he don't waste my time. I hope somebody in here has actually made money. That's playing the game to lose, okay? That means the money that you're putting in your deal, whatever investment, seminar, book, ideal business that you're starting, you're playing it to lose because you're already creating what may happen in the negative direction. Like, oh, what if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't work? What if they take my money? What if I lose all my money on the stock market? Right? I mean, so you're playing to lose. Rich people, anytime we invest money, anytime we do anything, we're always expecting that it's going to work out perfectly. Okay? It's a great trait to have, folks. So understand this: next time you do anything in life, if you invest money, say if you join my program now, tonight, Millionaires in Training, when you put the money in, have a positive intention to say, this money is going to materialize millions of dollars. This little $99 or $47 that I'm invested with Wesley Virgin is going to transmute and transform to millions of dollars, and the knowledge I'm going to gain from him and the people that I'm going to be around and experiences I'm going to have, it's going to change me and my family's life. That makes sense? That's how rich people think, okay? Number 3, let's keep going. Let's go. Rich people are committed to being rich. Poor people want to be rich. Somebody write that down for me. Now listen to me closely here. I want you to get this, folks. Rich people, we are truly committed to being rich, okay? Poor people, they just want to be rich. Yeah, I want to be rich. And let me explain the word commitment. If you're married right now, if you're in a relationship, a committed relationship, what does that mean to you to be in a committed relationship? Well, that means that if you're committed to a person, that means that you are performing unselfish acts, that you are loving them even when they piss you off. You're loving them even when they let you down. You're loving them regardless of a lot of things that they do while you're in the relationship. That's called a commitment, okay? That's the same thing we do as it relates to getting rich. Like, if you're committing to make millions of dollars, that means you're willing to do whatever you need to do, even though it may be stormy days, even though the clouds may hang low, even though it may be times that people treat you wrong, they tease you, talk about you, criticize you, times that you lose lots of money, but you still continue. Why? Because you're committed. A person that wants something, they're always wanting something. Like right now, if you say, I want to be a millionaire this year in 2018, that means next year in 2019, you actually got your goal, wanting to be a millionaire. Make sense? You're wanting, right? Like you're wanting to be a millionaire. So if you're wanting, that means you actually got your goal. You're still wanting to be a millionaire. You're still wanting to live your dreams. You're still wanting to accomplish your goals. You're still wanting to travel the world, wanting stuff, right? Commitment is a little bit different. Commitment says that I'm going to do it despite positive or negative situations. Let's go. Next one. Please write that down for me. Appreciate it, Alexa. Here we go. Rich people think big. Poor people think small. Guys, as you share this video right now, I want you to listen to me here, because this is going to be powerful here. Okay, before you share this, rich people think big. Poor people think small. What's up, Kevin Woods? Now, listen to me closely. Now, rich people like Wesley Virgin, see, I believe and I know that one day, very soon, I'm going to be with Oprah Winfrey, and we're going to do great things together. We're going to have shows together. I'm going to be on her network. She's going to brag about me. She's going to laugh and say, oh, my God, this young brother from Houston, Texas, doing some incredible things. I know Kevin Hart's going to be one of my best friends, cool people, celebrities around the world. They're going to be my friends. And not only my friends, but I'm going to mentor them. They're going to be calling my phone, texting me, asking me for advice. Now, that's thinking big, okay? Some of you might think that's crazy. What? What? They're going to be calling you. What? Right? But see, the problem is with poor people are people that have a very poor mindset. You set goals and you set dreams that you're able to do. Like getting a 4-year degree, getting a master's degree. Oh my God, you think that's thinking big. That is not thinking big, because you're only doing things, or you're writing goals down that you know that you can accomplish. Can I get an amen if you ever did that before? Like if you look at your list of goals, some of your goals are things that you know that you can do, like running a marathon. I mean, come on, who can't run a marathon? Getting a 4-year degree, getting a master's degree, who can't get this? Being able to make $50,000 or $80,000 or $100,000 a year. I mean, these are very simplistic, impotent type of goals, okay? Thinking big, billionaires think big. And let me give an example. Like Elon Musk, he said that, I know right now we have gas-powered cars, but I believe that we'll be able to create and put together and engineer a vehicle that will be able to run on electricity. And he did that. That's thinking big. Or Jeff Bezos, who is the Amazon.com owner, he says that, well, space travel should be something that everybody should be able to experience and do. But the problem with space travel is rockets that go out of space are destroyed, which costs millions, if not billions of dollars to reconstruct. It has to be a way to create reusable rockets where you can let a rocket go and it'll come back to Earth and be able to use again. That's thinking big, okay? That's thinking big, all right? Let's go. Number 4 here. Rich people, this is a nice one. I like this one. Rich people focus on opportunities. Poor people focus on obstacles. How many times have you focused on the obstacles as if you focus on those things that were going wrong? You focus on what could go wrong, and you will focus on the problem rather than the solution. Why is this going on? I'm trying to fix this problem. This thing is happening. I mean, I'm not getting sales. The business still not working. I'm paying my money here. I'm borrowing money. I'm still not doing it. People lying to me. People cheating on me. Does that sound familiar? Well, rich people, it's not that we don't have challenges and obstacles in our lives, because we do. But we have just chosen to focus on the solution. Period. I mean, that's it. Let me give you an example. Let's talk about, like, if someone dumped Wesley Virgin, to say, Wesley, I don't like you anymore. I'm done with you. Well, yeah, I can sit there and whine and cry and say, why did you do this? I can fix myself. I can make this better. Or I can just get a new girlfriend. Just think about it for a second, okay? Or I can lose 100. Like, let me give you an example. I'm going to give you a real one. I can use, say if I have $100,000 that invested in Bitcoin, which I did. And guess what? I lost $100,000 in Bitcoin. Okay, why? Because I didn't know what the hell I was doing, I guess, apparently. But I could sit there and cry about, oh my God, I lost $100,000. These people said they was going to multiply my money. These companies are scam. Well, all that could be true. Or I can figure out how to make $200,000 to recoup my loss. Make sense? So it's like, understand this. A lot of your problems and your obstacles that you think are so dramatic, that you think is so painful, cool, maybe they're painful, but you don't have to suffer. You don't have to stay there. And it's better to spend most of your time on the solution than how bad something is. I learned this from Jeff Bezos. He's the owner of Amazon.com. And he says something very profound. He said, most people, they talk about Amazon because, so Amazon has this program where you can partner with them and you can basically sell your stuff on Amazon.com. And sometimes Amazon.com competes with other vendors, right? The same vendors he had partnerships with. Now, he didn't admit this in the interview, but he has some people that say, well, you know what? One of my products was on Amazon.com and we were just selling it every single day. And then all of a sudden, Amazon.com goes to our manufacturer and they get the same product and they sell it so they can make the profit. And he says, well, whether it's true or not, focusing on the problem or focusing on how bad Amazon is treating you, it's not a solution. So he said the time that you're taking complaining, whining and bitching and complaining about how bad something is, you could be using that time to dominate the competition, okay? And this is why I win all the time, because this is what I do. While everybody else crying about something, I just dominate you, okay? Let's go here. Here we go. Rich people, and guys, let me know if you can hear me clearly here, because I don't want you to miss a beat. Rich people admire other rich, successful people. Poor people resent rich and successful people. Now, it's powerful here. Listen, rich people, man, they love other successful people. We admire them. Poor people, they hate us. They think we're cocky. They think we're arrogant. They think we are showboats. They think that we show off. So we think that Just because we got it, you don't got it. You know, they have this type of mentality. Well, um, rich people, even before I was rich, to be honest with you, I mean, I appreciate it. I mean, I love that people were rich and successful because I'll be able to stand on their shoulders to become rich and successful as well. But a lot of poor people, they get upset if you pass by them going 150 miles per hour in your Lamborghini and they're driving maybe a Honda Accord. Or maybe you go out to dinner and you get a, um, you know, say if you go out to dinner, this happened one time, there's a lot of women at the table and you have a couple of men at the table and you choose to tip 200% and the girls see this and the other guy didn't tip, nothing but maybe 20%. And now the women are flocking to him because he's giving the waitress or the waiter more money, right? So he resents that. He upset because he's tipping more. I mean, people used to get mad at me for tipping more. No, Wesley, why are you tipping so much? No, 20%, 30% is enough. You don't need to be tipping 200%. I was like, wow, that blew my mind. You upset like it's my money, and you're telling me what I can't do. Okay, that's what poor people do. And the problem is because poor people can't fathom the ideal of doing something like that, right? Can you imagine tipping 200 and 300% on a bill all the time? No, you can't, right? Because you need to justify it. Well, I don't need any justification. Rich people, we admire rich people. Poor people, they don't like rich people because they don't like rich people because rich people can do things that they can't do. Okay? But advice to you that's listening to me right now, you should love rich people. You should admire them. You should be thankful for them. Okay? Because they're the same rich people that are making you feel a certain way so you can become rich. Make sense? Like if you never met a guy like me, you'll probably never push. You probably will never go outside your comfort zone. Okay? You'll probably never know what's really possible for your life until you met Wesley $1 Billion Virgin. What I do is I constantly, every day, raise the bar for my life. Okay? I have no competition at all. My competition is myself. So I'm only competing with yesterday's Wesley, which means tomorrow I will raise the bar in every area of my life. Okay? So write that down, folks. Let's go. Am I making sense, folks? If this is getting good and juicy, hit the like and share button because I want more people to jump in here on a 2:00 a.m. Night Tuesday morning here in Houston, Texas. Here, okay, let's go. So rich people, this is a big one here. Listen, folks, rich people associate with positive, successful people. Poor people associate with negative, unsuccessful people. Okay, so somebody write that down for me. Okay, don't go to sleep on me yet, guys. Come on now. We're talking about money right now. Okay, you got to be able to stretch, push. Rich people associate with positive, successful people. Poor people associate with negative people. So a lot of poor people, unfortunately, they only associate with negative people and not successful people because they're very comfortable with those people. Like their mommy, their daddy, their BFF, their best friends, their boyfriend, girlfriend, spouses. It's only because they're very comfortable with them, right? They're comfortable with the conversation. They're comfortable with them. They know everything about them. So they continue to hang around these people, even though these people are not going to get them to the land of riches, okay, or paradise. But see, what rich people understand, even before you become a very successful person, that you got to associate with positive, successful people. That, yeah, one, they got to be positive and they got to be successful. Why? Because it increases your chances of becoming a successful person. Now, this is very difficult for people to do because you got to go outside of your comfort zone, right? You're going to talk to people that speak differently, that believe things differently, and the knowledge or how they view their world is going to be completely different than yourself. I remember having a conversation with a young man when he was trying to quit his job, and he kept justifying why he needed to stay at his job. He said, well, Wesley, I have a family. I can't leave my job like you. I mean, I know you have children, but I have a wife. I can't just leave my job like that. You don't understand. You don't understand. I did understand. And I said, young man, how much money do you make at your job? And he said, oh, I make about $80,000 a year. And I said, young man, I make $80,000 a week. So this means that some things that I'm talking about, you're not going to understand. But you're here sitting on my couch asking me for advice. So, but you have to always understand through this conversation, it's going to be some things that I'm going to say that's going to make you very uncomfortable. And some things that I'm going to say that's going to make you uneasy. Okay? And that's exactly what happened. Even this conversation with me and you right now, like you, I'm talking to you. You're uncomfortable, right? And you're only uncomfortable because I'm saying certain things that you don't even understand. You don't get it. Oh, Wesley said, quit my job. Wesley said, jump boldly towards my dreams. Yes, I'm saying that. And some of you haven't done it, right? And it makes you uneasy. It only makes you uneasy because you don't know what you're going to do if you can't find another job, right? But that's the great thing about becoming a multimillionaire because or having that type of mindset because sometimes I love not knowing what I'm going to do. Like sometimes I like not knowing the answer so I can figure it out. I like when I have to elevate my own conscious thinking. I have to elevate my own analytical abilities and reverse engineer things to make things happen for me. Okay? Next thing here. Stay with me, folks. Don't sleep. Stay with me. Let's go. Get up. Get up. Say, I'm up, Wes. I'm up. Here we go. Rich people are willing to promote themselves and their value. Poor people think negatively about selling and promoting. Now, some of you that are listening to me right now, you know what you hate to do? You don't like promoting yourself. You don't even like selling. Now, don't put a comment below because I know some of you folks are like, oh, fuck, Wesley, you're right. I don't like to sell. Let me share something with you. I'm going to be very blunt and clear with you. I love you. I care about you. But if you do not like to sell, you'll never be rich. Salesmen, saleswomen, it's the reason why things get sold. This is how things move because people sell them. Some of you don't think of yourself as a salesperson, but you are. Every day when you leave your small apartment or leave your little bitty house and get off your little bitty car, you're trying to sell people on something. You're selling people on your abilities. You're selling people when you're trying to get a job. You're selling people when you're trying to get a loan. You're selling people even when you're trying to get that young lady's number across the room. You're always selling yourself whether you like it or not. This is what I tell young people to get a commission job. Okay? Because why? Because see, rich people, we want to get paid off our results, off productivity. I don't want to get paid per hour. I don't want to get paid. I want to basically give value. I want to make a contribution, right? And I'm not afraid to give value. I'm not afraid to promote myself. But some of you, you're afraid to promote yourself. Well, I want to be a quiet millionaire, right? I want to be rich, but I want to know me. I want to be rich, but I don't want to be all out there I want to be a private person. See, rich people, we're not afraid to show you and give you value. I'm not afraid to promote myself because I understand that you're buying me. You're not buying my program. You're buying Wesley $1 billion Virgin. Like I would come out with many and hundreds of programs over the years, but you're not buying the program. You're buying me. People are buying you, period. When they buy a car, they're buying the salesperson. When they're buying the vacuum cleaner, they're buying the salesperson. When they're jumping into your organization and network marketing, they're buying the salesperson. Okay. So people are buying you. But rich people, we're not afraid to promote ourselves. We're not afraid to give value. Poor people, they don't like selling. They don't like the selling process. If you don't like it, leave this video and good night. Next, let's go. Next one is this. Please write this down for me if you don't mind, Samir. Rich people are bigger than their problems. Poor people are smaller than their problems. Let me say this one more time. Listen to me, Robin, here. Rich people are bigger than their problems. Poor people are smaller than their problems. See, poor people, They have a tendency to say that my problem is just too big. Anybody ever said that? Don't, guys, just hit the like button. Don't tell nobody that's what you said. Have you ever said, you know what, this problem is just too big. It's too much. It's overwhelming. This is too much for me. My God, I can't handle it, Wesley. Too much pressure. Has anybody ever said that? Too much pressure. I can't take it no more, Wesley. Too much. Well, that's poor people language, okay? Poor mindset there. Rich people, we will always be bigger than our problems because the problem is just something, it's just something that we probably haven't figured out yet. But poor people tend to magnify their problems. They make their problems bigger than what it really is. Let me ask you a question. I want to prove it to you. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a problem that was a big problem and you didn't know what to do to reconcile that problem, and then you figured it out, and then you found out everything was okay and it all worked out perfectly? Just say yep, or just hit the like button if this is you. All right? We've all been there, right? Well, remember that next time you have a problem, even you have a big problem, and the problem is huge. The problem is colossal. The problem is big as Mount Everest. I mean, it's amazing how people, when they talk about problems and issues, oh, I got the biggest problem you've ever seen, Wesley. Then other guys say, no, I have a bigger problem than you. I mean, they discuss and they argue about their problems and how big they are. Well, you're magnifying your problems. A problem is nothing but something that you just don't understand or don't know how to do. But understand this, it always comes through, it always works out. Remember that rich people, we always believe that we're bigger than our problems, all right? Always. Because I'm the controlling force in my life. Since I'm the controlling force in my life, which if I believe I create my reality and I create my life, there's no problem externally for me can be bigger than me. Okay, let's go. Rich people, guys, if you're getting value here tonight with me, please, if you don't mind, hit the share button now for me and like button. I just want to share this with the world, man. That's just from the bottom of my heart. I just want to share this with the world because they got to hear this, okay? Rich people, if not, share with your little boy, your little girl, share with them. Teenagers need to hear this. Young adults need to hear this. College students need to hear and see this now with me. Okay, so rich people are excellent receivers. Poor people are poor receivers. Let me ask you another question. Have you ever, somebody write that down for me. Have you ever got a compliment from someone? They say, Robin, oh, I love your hair today. You say, oh, this girl, I just did this 2 minutes in the morning. They may say, Kev, I like those shoes. You might, oh, man, these old shoes, I got them from the pawn shop. I'm going to say, Dre, man, I like that jacket. Oh, this, I got it from the Salvation Army. Well, the problem is poor people are it's very difficult for them to accept compliments, okay, for them to receive, okay. Why? Because they grew up that way, right? They just grew up with this unworthiness things. They didn't feel so worthy because no one told them they were worthy. So the problem with poor people is hard for them to receive stuff, right? Have you ever, one time I had to fight with someone to give them money. They did something real nice for me and I wanted to bless them. Wesley, no, I don't want the money. No, Wesley, I don't need it. No. Keep your money. Put that in your pocket, Wesley. Now, this is the same person that I know that needed the money. Same person that I know that wants to become rich, but yet they're rejecting the money that they want. All right? That's conflictory. All right? That's a conflict there, isn't it? And I know some of you do this today. What I'm saying is this. If you get a compliment, say, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Someone says, oh, I like your hair. I like your jacket. Oh, thank you so much. It's brand new and I love how it feels. Thank you so much. I love your brand new car. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. I love your Louboutin. I love your shoes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Give them a smile, right? Why? Because just like you need to receive, that person wants to receive that same type of kindness of giving you something. You're stopping the process of the giving and receiving concept. You ever heard of the law of reciprocity? Where you're destroying that when you're disabling or not allowing that person to receive the thing that they're trying to give to you. Okay, take it. Take the compliment. Be grateful for the compliment. Take the money. Just take it. Who cares? You want money, right? Take the money. Hello. You like that, Alexa, Miss Cooper? Let's go. Let's keep going here. Okay, so um, poor rich people choose to get paid based on results. Listen to me here. Poor people choose to get paid based on time. I know I'm gonna go out on a limb and say probably 90% of you have an 8 to 5 job. Okay, you're working 8 to 12 hours a day for somebody else. And the problem is poor people, they want to get paid per hour. How much you pay per hour? How much you pay per hour? How much you pay per hour? How many guys ever said that? You gotta stop saying that, okay? Understand this, rich people understand that we want to get paid on productivity. That means I want to do something to earn money and I want a percentage of that. This is why I tell young people, if you don't start a business immediately, get into a sales business, something that you have to sell. Like my son, he's here, he's like 12 years old. Is he 13? No, he's 12. Okay, 12 years old, and he's starting a business in his school where he's going to create boxes and ninja stars that his classroom or his friends are going to buy for like a quarter. And I said, man, it's amazing there. My son is already understanding that you get paid for value. You get paid for producing. He's not asking me, well, how much you get paid per hour? Well, how long I got to work before I get paid? No. I told my son to destroy that type of mentality. Rich people understand that we only get paid based off the production. We only get paid off the results that we produce or the money that we bring to the company. Okay. That's why salespeople that are really good always get paid the most amount of money. So I want you to get out of that time thing, like getting paid per hour, per hour, per hour. If you ever want to be a rich man or woman, you have to erase this per hour, this time thing, okay? Because first of all, $10 an hour, $15 an hour, $20 an hour, $30 an hour, $50 an hour. It's not enough money for your time. Does that make sense? Like, I'm gonna pay you $50 for your time. Yeah, I want you to come to my house. I want you to sit your ass on the couch for 1 hour, and I'm gonna pay you $50. Are you insane right now? Come on now. You're definitely worth more than that, and you definitely have more abilities to sell something, so you can make quadruple that. Okay, let's keep going. Let's go. Rich people. I like saying the word rich people. Can you guys comment the word rich people? That just feels good, even when I say it, even when you hear it. Rich people think both. Poor people think either or. So rich people, they want their cake and they want to eat it too. Like poor people say, man, you can't have your cake and eat it too. And I'm thinking that's a very bad analogy because why would you have a cake and not eat it? The point is this, that rich people want both, right? Poor people say, well, if I do this, I can't do this. If I work this thing, then I guess I can't get this thing, right? No, we want both, right? Some people, poor people say, well, if I work all the time, that means I can't work on my health. Well, if I work on my health all the time, I can't work on my money. No, come on now, please. You can work on both, okay? You can be healthy and rich. Make sense? Rich people believe they can have both. Poor people believe that they have to trade one for another. Okay, remember that. I want you to have everything that you want. Okay, and all that you desire. Next one is just almost done, folks. It's about to get juicy right now. Rich people focus on their net worth. Poor people focus on their working income. Now, let me explain that. So we know what net worth is. I know some of you guys that have jobs don't understand net worth, right? Well, rich people, we focus on the net worth. We're not saying like, hey, how much money you make a year? No, rich people don't say that. What is your net worth, my friend? Is it 5 million, 8 million, $10 million, right? Um, Rich people focus on that net worth, building assets, building portfolios, building stock portfolios, building real estate portfolios. Poor people, they're focused on, oh, how much money you make this year, man? $50,000 a year. How much you make? $60,000 a year? No, get out of that mentality, okay? Because if you keep thinking like that, you'll always be there, okay? Focus on your net worth, okay? What is your net worth? What are the things that you own? Net worth is the accumulation of all the assets and all the liquid cash that you have, okay? This is your net worth. You want to be a net worth young lady or a net worth young man, not a how much I make a year, not an income, okay? Next, let's keep going. Let's go. Rich people manage their money well. Poor people mismanage their money well. People tell me time after time, well, Wesley, you have millions of dollars. If I had millions of dollars like you, then I'd be able to manage my money better. I'd be able to give more money. And I'm not so sure. Understand this and let me make this very clear. Listen close to me. If you can't manage $1,000, you can't manage $10,000. Okay? Let me say that one more time. If you can't manage $1,000, you can't manage 10,000. Some of you guys, you get paid every 2 weeks, and you're broke on Monday. Why? Because you said, "Well, I had to pay this. I had to pay this. I had to pay this. I had to pay this." Right? Even if you worked overtime, and say this week instead of making $400, you made $600, you're still broke. Well, I had to pay this. Well, this was late. I had to do this. No, stop. Okay. So the problem is, it's not the money. It's just how you're managing the money. Okay. You're not going to be able to get millions of dollars and feel that just by having this money, you'll be able to manage it better. I use a rule that's called the 30-70% rule. I teach my children this as well. 30% of the money is used for living expenses. 70% is used throughout your bank accounts for other expenses such as homes, real estate properties, clothes, traveling the world, jewelry, whatever the accounts are for. But 30%, like me personally, if all the expenses every month, I spend about 30 grand per month to live my life. Okay, the other 70%, it's just in bank accounts, ready for me to use them based off how I want to use that money. Make sense? Learn to live off 30% of the money that you're bringing in per month. Train yourself. Now, train yourself when you're making $2,500 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month. Train yourself now, because once you get the big money, then you'll be disciplined. Okay, you'll have the habit that is formed with the small money that you have here today. Make sense? Let's go. So rich people have their money work hard for them. Poor people work hard for their money. Now, I know that every video and every millionaire, successful person that you've watched said that you have to work hard for money. I don't necessarily believe that. I do believe it's a grind, but you don't necessarily need to work hard for money. Like right now, you think I'm working hard making this video for you. No, this gives me pleasure. It's an orgasmic experience for me. It turns me on being able to elevate the minds of people so they can get the riches just like myself. So this is something that I love to do. So this is not work. But rich people, what's up, Wilbert? We allow our money to work for us. Okay? The money works for me. I don't work hard for money. So you have to learn how to use your money to work for you than for you to work hard for the money. Some of you folks say, "Oh, I work hard for the money." I hate that song. That song has conditioned a lot of people very negatively, and now they believe they have to work hard for the money, right? I work hard for the money, so hard for the money, right? So if you really believe that, and if you believe in money as a hard-working experience, it's going to be very hard for you to make the money. Does that make sense? I believe in easy money, okay? Easy money, because I'm doing what I love. That's why I believe what Steve Jobs said. You got to be passionate about what you like to do, because it doesn't appear to be work. It's just something that you're doing that makes you feel good. And the great thing about it, if you serve enough people, you get paid in the process, okay? Just like this video. I'm not making money right now, but eventually I will. But I love to do this. I love to do these videos. Like I do them every night. I could do them just over and over again. Why? Because I love taking you where you are right now and transforming you that in 2019 or next year, you're going to have a millionaire year. Or you have a year that you're making $100,000 a year and you're not working for a job. You're not sitting at a cubicle 9 to 5. You're not fighting traffic. You're not telling your little boy and little girl no because you're not financially able to do something, right? I don't want finances to be that roadblock in your life that's keeping you from living a life that I believe everybody deserves to live. Okay? Next, let's go. And thank God, thank you for sharing this video. I see some of you guys just sharing right now. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Rich people act in spite of fear. Poor people let fear stop them. Now, some of you folks, unfortunately, you allow fear to stop you. Okay, that's why some of you guys have not really have made any breakthroughs in your life, because it's something that you know you need to do, know that you must do, but you won't do it. Like a lot of you guys just listen to me right now. You know what you need to do to make some money, right? Sell. Get out there and sell something, right? But you just won't do it, right? You just won't do it. It is some sort of fear that is stopping you from doing this. Understand this. I want somebody to write this down, all of you can. Fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real. You guys have heard that before. Fear is nothing but an illusion. When you get ready to jump out of a plane, I remember when I did this for the very first time, and I remember at the door of the plane, I remember feeling the cold air, and I remember looking down to my death. And I had to make a decision. I could say, you know what? Man, I'm going to jump out of this plane, and it's all going to go wrong. I'm going to die. First of all, if you jumped out of a plane, you hit the ground, you're not going to feel much. You're going to die instantly, okay? That's a good thing. Second thing is, instead of going on YouTube and watching everybody that died jumping out of the plane, go YouTube and watch people who have had great experiences jumping out of a plane. And I actually recommend everybody to do it at least one time in your life. It's a breakthrough, okay? I did it before I made $1 million, and I wanted to accomplish some of my fears, some of the things that I was like, oh, I'm scared to do it. And I was only scared to do it because guess what? Everybody in my environment was scared to do it. Isn't that crazy how your environment affects you? So I jumped out of a plane, and guess what? I did it 3 times. So the point is this: rich people, it's not that we don't have fear, but we just do it in spite of. When I was at that door and he was getting ready to jump, and he jumps not on 3, he jumps on 2. 1, 2. I'm like, really, bro? So we do it in spite of, right? I speak around the world. I do motivational speeches around the world. And still I have fear sometimes. Sometimes I get a little sweaty. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God. But I do it in spite of. Why? Because I got a message that I need to give you, that you need to know this. You need to be aware. All right? If I make I really believe that if I really make the world a better place, even though that's cliche, it's an overused phrase, whatever, it's corny. But I believe if other people do well, if I help other people become rich, then other people that become rich will help other people become rich. Then there'd be less crime, less pain in the world. Than this world that we currently live in, that I believe is heaven. Like I believe the world that we live in is heaven. Then you'll start to see it as heaven as well. Okay? Let's keep going here. This last one. Now this is a big one. And I'm going to say this very slowly because I want you to write this down and get this. Rich people constantly learn and grow. Poor people already know. Rich people learn and grow. Poor people already know. How many times have you said that you already know something? Some of you looking at that book, I already read the book. I'm leaving this video. Oh, I already heard this already. I want to hear something new. Give me something new, Wesley. Give me a new seminar, a new mentor, a new book, a new this, a new this. See, poor people are like this because poor people are not in the game of mastery. They want to read something one time, experience something one time, and feel just by reading it one time or hearing it one time, that's enough. No, rich people, we always want to learn and grow. Like me, I spend hours every day for the past 10 years just learning something. Every hours learning, reading, watching, educating myself. Why? Because quite honestly, the reason why I'm rich because I have more knowledge than most people. Like the reason why I'm rich and you're not right now is because I just have more knowledge than you. Okay? It's not that I'm smarter than you. I just have more knowledge than you. You know, it's something that's called the 3I model. I want somebody to write this down. It's called a 3I model. It's called identity, intelligence, and influence. Identity, write that down for me, Samir. Intelligence and influence. Most of you are going through the world trying to influence everybody. You want people to do what you want them to do, right? You want them to like you. You want them to hire you. You want them to take you seriously. You want them to mentor you. You want them to buy from you, okay? But if you focus more on identity and intelligence, influence is effortlessly. It's effortless. It's effortless. Am I saying this word right? Identity is this, like, who are you? Like, who are you? Like me, I'm a motivational speaker, I am a God. I'm not saying I'm the God, but I am a God. I'm a powerful person. Um, I'm an inspirationist, right? I'm able to touch people in ways that most men and women would never be able to touch people. I believe this, right? I'm able to transform billions of people's lives to help them become rich people. That's my identity. That's who I am. Okay. I'm confident. I'm strong. I'm ambitious. I'm an alpha male. I'm a lion. And then you have the thing that's called intelligence. Intelligence is it's not EQ or IQ. That's what you guys thinking about. You're thinking about book knowledge. No, intelligence is not a PhD and not a master's degree. Intelligence is the ability to gather knowledge to make a decision. That's it. Intelligence is nothing but the gathering of knowledge to make a decision. All right. That's why when you have problems or challenges or obstacles, um, you gather knowledge so you'll be able to make a decision to be able to um, dominate or be able to um, resolve the obstacle, okay, or the challenge. So the thing is, you got to be in the when you focus on identity and intelligence, always gathering knowledge, always getting smarter, right? Smart as in just getting more knowledge. See, the thing is, the more knowledge you have, you can make better decisions. See, some of you folks, you're very impatient when it comes to making money. And if you're very impatient when it comes to making money, it's only because you don't have enough knowledge. That's it. Make sense? See, one thing, oh, hold on, guys. Get my charger. What you guys don't understand is like, some of you are impatient, right? You want it now. But if you read the book by the name of Emotional Intelligence, you'll learn how to manage your emotions properly or effectively that you won't be so impatient about becoming rich, okay? I mean, the knowledge in these books that you're reading, that you're gathering, is helping you to be able to go through the journey of success to riches faster. See, you think about the knowledge is nothing but like tools. Like on your journey to success or the land of paradise, these books or this knowledge is tools that you're gonna need when you're in the jungle. Make sense? You got to have tools and techniques and tricks, and you need to have different type of mechanisms to be able to go through this jungle. Okay, that's what knowledge is for. That's intelligence. Because the more intelligent you become, the more knowledge that you gather, then you can influence very easily. Okay, then you can sell your product easier, or you can be able to attract the people that you want in your life easier to get the thing that you want. Folks, that's it. That was number 17 there. That was 17 principles in this book that I got that really attributed to my success. And I'm sure it's going to attribute it to yours. And if you want to know more, want to know what I do, and because people ask me every day, well, Wesley, how do I hook up with you? How do I get more of what you're offering here? And remember this, I have a webinar, and I'm gonna put the link below in the webinar here that you can join with me. And let me share what you learned in this webinar, because I want to be very clear with you. I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to bullshit you. In this webinar, yes, I'm going to teach you internet marketing techniques. I'm going to show you some cool ways how to use your Facebook account to earn 3 to 5 grand. Now, all you need is a Facebook account, which is free. I'm going to show you how to use Amazon tricks to bring in checks like $3,000 to $5,000 per month doing an hour of work a day. But more importantly, in this webinar here, I'm going to show you and give you access to a mindset that has not permeated the world yet. It's a different type of mindset, It's just really it's a type of thinking. And I really break it down in the webinar so you'll understand it, that you can make a rational decision to take action with me, if that makes sense. Because I want all of you to be able to live your dreams. I don't want you to forever have to keep listening to videos and buying products and going to seminars and hanging with your boy Tony Robbins, jumping around, walking on coals before you make some money here. Okay? I want you to be intelligent. I want you to be smart. But to do that, you got to be educated. You know what I mean? That's what this webinar does. I want you to think about college. 4 years. You go to college for 4 years. You spend $40,000. But this webinar here, which I should charge at least $1,000, is for free. And I know that's crazy. Everybody that have been to this webinar say, Wesley, you're crazy. Okay. You're crazy to give so much value for free. How are you going to make money, Wesley? You know, people ask me that every day after they leave their webinar, but I say, well, I believe what my man Jim Rohn said. He said, service to people leads to greatness. So I believe if I help enough people get what they want. Listen to me, folks. If I help enough people get what they want out of life, then I believe I'll be able to get everything that I want. That makes sense? If I help enough people get what they want, okay, I'll be able to get everything that I want. So I'm okay with giving you free information. I'm okay with opening up the minds of multimillionaires, sharing the thing, the little small esoteric things that we do that has allowed us to create such successful, surreal lives. You know, one thing you guys should ask, a question you guys should ask is this. Not really how much money I'm making, what I'm doing, but just why do I think like that? Like, how does a guy like that think like that? That should be your question. Like, how does the guy, like, why does he think like that? Why is he always, like, how is he able to think like this? Like, what is he doing? Right? That's a better question because, see, the thing is, if you can take my mindset, if I can open up your head, I can pour what I have that is in my brain into yours, you won't need me anymore. Okay? I mean, we'll go to Paris together in first class, spend $10,000. We'll go to the Le Royal Messu Hotel, spend another 10 grand, and we'll go shopping, okay, until midnight. You won't need me anymore, okay? But that's what I do here in this webinar. I'm going to put in the description here below, and anybody, you, if you choose to sign up now with me, I want you to take a sheet of paper and a pen just like you did with this video. And I want you to learn, assimilate, just act like you're in class. Understand this is college, but this is a success. This is prosperity school. Okay, spend some time with me in this webinar. Talk with me. Assimilate the knowledge that you need to transform your life and your family's life. Remember this before I let you go. It only takes one breakthrough. Okay? It only takes one thing. One. You're going to hear one thing that can change your entire life. I've seen it happen to many people, if not thousands. It only takes one thing. It takes one video, one word, one technique, one aha moment, one story. That's it to change the course of your life for the rest of your life. And I want to invite you to go to that webinar and find out what you've been missing. I want you to learn. I want you to be attentive. I want you to take it seriously. I want you to go to a quiet place, and I want you to soak up this information. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Thank you, Alexa, for sharing this video now with me. Thank you, Robin, for sharing this video. Thank you, Samir, for commenting and sharing as well. Thank you, Andre, for sharing this video. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Alec, for sharing this video right now. Thank you, Samir, Alexia. Thank you, Wilbert, for sharing this video with me now. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Sandra, for sharing this video with other people because they need it. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you, Kel. Thank you, Robin, for sharing this video with me right now. Thank you, Tool, for sharing this video. Thank you, Fernando, for sharing this video. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Ken, for sharing this video right now with me. And I'm going to let you guys go. Remember, if you want to jump in the webinar with me, it's every day. Schedule the time with me. Talk with me. Let's find out what you're missing. Let's see what I can do to tweak some things in your life so you, this year, next year, can be living the life that you deserve. Understand this. In life, if you keep doing the same thing that you're currently doing, expecting different results, that's insanity. If you want something different, you have to listen to me. You must do something different, something dramatic, sometimes something crazy, something insane, out of the box for you to see the gifts that are in store for you. Much love. This is Wesley, $1 billion virgin. Later. Love you guys.